I originally posted this in RR relationship advice, but the mods locked it because updates belong in the original thread. Whatever. I'm too big, too tired, and too hormonal to care. I just need to scream this into the void before I explode like a busted can of biscuits. So grab a snack, hydrate, and buckle up, because this is the world's longest Tifu that actually started 8 years ago and is still happening in real time. I grew up in a tiny coastal town in Oregon where the tallest building is the Walmart and the hottest gossip is whose tractor rolled into the river. My parents and Aiden's parents were next-door neighbors and besties since before we were zygotes. Every holiday, birthday, and barbecue, Aiden and I were shoved together like mismatched socks. Aiden was the kid who could take apart a lawnmower engine at 10 and put it back together blindfolded. I was the kid who used the instruction manual as a paper crown and tried to feed the engine glitter because everyone deserves sparkle. We should have hated each other. Instead, we became platonic soulmates. By high school, we had a secret handshake, a shared Spotify playlist called Songs We'll Never Admit We Like, and a running joke that we'd marry each other at 30 if both of us were still single just to get our parents off our backs. Senior year, we even wrote it on a napkin at Denny's, the pact TM, and signed it in ketchup. We framed it ironically in our dorm at OSU. Yes, we ended up at the same college. Our mothers coordinated applications like a military coup. Fast forward to 2021. I'm 29, he's 29. I'm a night shift ER nurse in Portland. He's a mechanical engineer who 3D prints custom longboard parts and sells them on Etsy. We're both single, both exhausted by dating apps that feel like Amazon for humans. Cue Thanksgiving at the River House. Our moms pour the third bottle of Pinot and start the grandbabies anthem. Aiden catches my eye, raises an eyebrow, and mouths, "Wanna get hitched, roomie?" I snort wine out my nose. Everyone laughs. Haha, funny joke. But on the drive home, I can't stop thinking about it. I haven't had a third date in 2 years. My last situationship ended when the dude told me he needed to focus on his sourdough starter. Aiden's latest girlfriend ghosted him after he said, "I love you" too soon. 3 months. Apparently that's a crime in 2021. I text him. Hypothetically, if we did the pact, what would the terms be? He replies in under 10 seconds. 1, no romance. 2, separate rooms. 3, health insurance. 4, dogs allowed. 5, exit clause after 5 warriors or first major felony. I say, throw in a Costco membership and you've got yourself a bride. He sends back the taco emoji and a picture of the ketchup napkin still in the frame. We get married at the courthouse on December 12th. I wear a white jumpsuit from Target. He wears a Hawaiian shirt with tiny velociraptors. Our dads are witnesses. Moms cry. We live stream it to the extended family group chat titled The Final Boss. We high-five after the kiss because we are nothing if not committed to the bit. We rent a 2-bed loft in the Pearl District. First couple months are blissful. We split bills, rotate cooking, binge Mandalorian, adopt a rescue greyhound named Pickle who thinks she's a cat. We even schedule sex, separately with other people because we're not total sociopaths. I go on a few Tinder dates. Aiden hooks up with a roller derby girl who leaves her phone number on his cast after he breaks his collarbone trying to keep up. Life is weird and wonderful. Then, January 2022 happens. Omicron surges. My ER becomes a war zone. I'm pulling 16-hour shifts in reused N95s, watching people die while they argue about ivermectin. I come home, strip in the hallway, shower in scalding water, and sob into the tile. Aiden starts waiting up. He leaves chamomile tea outside my door, installs blackout curtains, learns to cook risotto because the stirring looks meditative. One night, I wake up at 3 a.m. to find him asleep on the floor outside my room, Pickle curled on his chest like a sentry. I realize I have not felt this safe since I was 8. I crawl out, lie down next to him. He stirs. Bad shift? I nod. He puts his arm around me. No innuendo, no agenda, just warmth. We fall asleep like that. From then on, we start sharing a bed, strictly PG. It's efficient. He's a furnace. I'm an ice cube. We fit like puzzle pieces nobody bothered to flip over. February. I get a panic attack in the cereal aisle at Fred Meyer. Within minutes, Aiden's there, guiding me out, cracking jokes about the existential dread of choosing between Frosted Flakes and off-brand Toasty Crunch. He drives me home, tucks me in, and, here's the kicker, reads Harry Potter out loud until my heart rate drops under 100. I haven't told him that I hate Harry Potter. I'm too busy falling in love with the sound of his voice, but we do not talk about it. Because the pact. Because we are idiots. St. Patrick's Day. We're both off. We plan to marathon Lord of the Rings and day drink Guinness. Midway through Two Towers, power goes out. Transformer explosion. Snowmageddon outside. We relocate to the only warm spot. His bed, under 3 comforters, candles everywhere. We're tipsy. He pulls out a tiny camping stove and makes hot cocoa with those baby marshmallows. I teach him the TikTok savage dance because, why not? We end up slow dancing to nothing but wind howling against the windows. He's in sweats. I'm in his oversized hoodie that smells like cedar and solder, my forehead against his collarbone. And then, record scratch, he kisses the top of my head. Not on the mouth, not technically romantic, but definitely not in the bro zone. My entire nervous system shorts out like a tripped breaker. We freeze. I can feel his heart racing against my cheek. I tilt my face up. Candlelight flickers off his glasses. Time does that elastic band thing. I think, if I stand on my toes, we'll cross the event horizon. But Pickle chooses that moment to jump on the bed, knocking the cocoa across his laptop. Crisis averted. We laugh too loud. Clean up. Go back to the movie. Never speak of it. April. I miss a period. I'm religious about tracking because my cycle is Swiss. P on 3 sticks. All negative. Must be stress. May. Still nothing. Boobs hurt so bad I flinch when patients hug me. Finally, go for blood work. The call comes while I'm in the parking garage after a 12-hour shift. Nurse on the line, voice syrupy. Congratulations, you're pregnant. I laugh out loud because clearly she has the wrong chart. Nope. Beta HCG 43,000. I do the math. Conceived mid-March. Around the cocoa dance. I haven't slept with anyone since a one-night stand in December, and that was with condoms plus plan B because I'm paranoid, which leaves only one possibility, Aiden. And we never, right? I sit in the car, stare at the concrete wall until security asks if I'm okay. I drive home on autopilot. Aiden's in the kitchen making tacos, singing off-key to Olivia Rodrigo. I blurt, I'm pregnant and it's yours. The spatula clatters. He turns, face white. But we never... Exactly. We replay the last 3 months like forensic detectives. The only scenario, the night of the outage. We both fell asleep in the same bed. I sometimes take Ambien for night terrors. He apparently sleepwalks when stressed. Ambien plus sleepwalking plus skin-to-skin plus pre-ejaculate. Statistical unicorn. We are the 0.01% they warn you about in health class. We are a Lifetime movie written by Reddit. We sit on the kitchen floor, tacos burning. I'm hysterical, laughing, crying. He keeps saying, I'm so sorry, like he assaulted me. I finally grab his shoulders. We literally don't know who did what, and I'm pretty sure I initiated. Stop apologizing. We stare at each other, 2 overgrown kids who touched a live wire and can't let go. Options appointment is booked within 24 hours. We're both pro-choice, but I'm 29, financially stable, and, tiniest voice in my head, this might be the only pregnancy my endometriosis ever allows. I expect Aiden to beg for termination. Instead, he says, whatever you choose, I'm in. I signed up for 5 years, but I'm here for life if you want. I ugly cry so hard, the ultrasound tech at the follow-up hands me a dolphin sticker. I decide to keep them. Yes, them. At the 7-week scan, 2 heartbeats, identical twins. The universe doubles down on its joke. We tell our parents over Zoom. Moms implode into happy screaming black holes. Dads start Googling best 529 plans. We do not mention the technicalities of conception. We say, surprise science, baby. Everyone assumes IVF. We let them. First trimester, I puke 6 icks a shift. Aiden installs a mini fridge in the bathroom stocked with ginger ale and those awful saltines. He learns to braid my hair because ponytails give me headaches. We start calling each other roomie again, but now it's laced with something softer, like a safe word for I'm terrified. Second trimester, we find out it's girls. He 3D prints tiny longboard earrings for me to celebrate. One night, I wake up and he's talking to my belly. Okay, gremlins, today we're covering torque and why your mom is a badass. I pretend to stay asleep so he won't stop. Third trimester. My feet balloon into loaves of bread. He paints my toenails OPI Cajun shrimp because I can't reach. We take birthing classes online. He times my breathing with an app he coded called Labor Pal. We still haven't kissed on the mouth since the Cocoa night. We are in the world's most intimate stalemate. Enter stage left. Madison, Aiden's high school girlfriend, the one who got away, now a divorce attorney in San Francisco. She's in Portland for a deposition, slides into his LinkedIn. Coffee for old times? I tell myself it's fine. We're not a couple, just co-parents with a marriage certificate. But when he mentions she invited him to her Airbnb to see the rooftop garden, I feel like I've swallowed a cactus. I pick a fight over the way he loaded the dishwasher. We end up shouting, me soapy-faced, him holding a spaghetti strainer like a shield. I accuse him of planning to bolt after the birth. He yells that I don't get to veto his friendships when I won't even talk about what we are. He's right. I slam the door, sleep on the couch. Pickle keeps vigil, chin on my ankle. Next morning, he's gone. Note on the counter, went hiking, needed air. No phone service in the gorge. I spiral, imagining him in Madison's sleek Airbnb, sipping oat milk lattes and reminiscing about prom. I scrub the kitchen like I'm preparing for surgery. Contractions start at 2 p.m. Braxton Hicks, but I don't know the difference. I'm alone, scared, and suddenly sure I'm about to deliver these babies in a bathtub with no one but a dog who faints at the sound of the microwave. I drive myself to the hospital. Nurses recognize me from work. They whisk me in, hook me up. Everything's fine, just dehydration. But word spreads. Charge nurse texts Aiden. He appears within 45 minutes, hair wind-whipped, eyes wild. He's still in hiking boots caked with mud. Madison is nowhere. He grips my hand so hard I lose circulation. I'm sorry, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. Later I find out he never met Madison. He sat in the parking lot of Multnomah Falls for 4 hours trying to write me a letter he couldn't finish. We're back home. I'm 35 weeks, on modified bed rest. He's built a rolling island in the kitchen so I can cook from a bar stool. One night, I'm assembling lasagna layers like a therapy exercise. Out of nowhere, he says, I need to tell you something, and you can't make a joke. I freeze, noodle in hand. He continues, voice shaky. I've been in love with you since the night you taught me the TikTok dance. Maybe longer. I just didn't want to ruin us. But I can't keep calling you roomie when what I mean is home. I drop the ricotta. It splatters like a crime scene. We stare at the mess. Then I start laughing. Big, belly, can't breathe laughs. Because of course I love him too. I have for months, maybe years. We just wrote it in ketchup and forgot to read between the lines. We kiss for the first time since that almost kiss in the snow. It's awkward. Noses bump, bellies bump harder. But it's also everything. Safety, inside jokes, future. Pickle barks at the oven timer because nothing in our life is allowed to be cinematic for more than 10 seconds. I'm 37 weeks. We've converted the second bedroom into a nursery. 2 cribs, 1 wall painted mountains, the other wall a giant vinyl of the ketchup napkin pact. We framed it in gold because apparently we're sentimental maniacs. We've rewritten the terms. Forever. 1 room. Health insurance for 4. Dogs and kids allowed. No exit clause. Our moms threw us a second wedding baby shower in the backyard. We renewed vows barefoot in the grass. I cried through the whole thing. Aiden wore the Velociraptor shirt for old times. Pickle was ring bearer. Our dads grilled tri-tip and cried too. Someone posted photos on Facebook. The comments section is a war zone between people who think we're Utron couple goals and people who think we're a cautionary tale about Ambien. Both are correct. I'm finishing this post from the couch, ankles the size of grapefruits, eating frozen mango chunks while Aiden installs car seats for the third time because the fire station video said the strap should pass the pinch test. Every time he curses at the latch system, I fall a little more in love. Tomorrow I might go into labor, or next week, or these gremlins might cook until 40 weeks just to spite me. Whatever happens, I know two things. I'll never again be able to hear the phrase "roomy" without bursting into hormonal tears, and I'll never again underestimate statistical unicorns. So, Reddit, that's how I married my best friend, accidentally conceived twins with him while we were technically not sleeping together, and finally admitted I'm stupid in love. Judge us, root for us, pray for my vagina, whatever. We're here, we're weird, and we're about to be outnumbered by tiny humans who will one day ask how mommy and daddy met. We'll tell them the truth. We made a pact, signed it in ketchup, and the rest is just chaos and lasagna. TLDR, married my BFF to stop parental nagging. One blackout, plus Ambien, plus sleepwalking. Chats, identical twin girls on the way. Realized I loved him the whole time. Now 37 weeks pregnant, can't see my feet, and he still calls me roomy. But now it's foreplay for forever.